Hello and welcome to Business Growth School for Service Providers podcast. I'm your host Ali Salman, and this podcast is brought to you by Rapid Boost Marketing, online marketing for service providers. Are you a dentist, realtor, lawyer, accountant? Do you provide services locally? Then this podcast is for you. Here we share strategies, tricks, and techniques on how to generate more leads and sales using online marketing. Join us every day for 5 minutes and take away strategies which you can apply in your business.
Sauce behind today's fastest growing brands. Think about Uber. If I ask you, why do you use Uber? Whatever ride sharing app you have, why do you use it? You're gonna say it's easier to get the taxi or the ride sharing car. Old experience was very cumbersome, right? You have to leave your home or your office to go to the road, flag down the cab, or walk to the area where the cab drivers are parked and get a cab out there, right? Uber and all these ride-sharing apps, Lyft of the world, significantly solve that problem by looking at compassion. They basically they were compassionate with the customer. They were compassionate about the experience. They said, we will make it easy for you. The secret sauce behind today's fastest growing brands is basically they are compassionate with their audience. They care. They are genuinely trying to make the whole user experience from the start to finish super easy. Think about a lot of things you have. Think Amazon Prime membership. Why do you have it? It's not about you cannot find that thing on Walmart. You cannot find that thing at your local grocery store. But the reason you have it, it's easier. It's easier to go on the app, order something with one click, and that thing shows up same day or the next day. Amazon looked at their customers, and they were basically compassionate with them. They cared about them, and they genuinely looked at helping them out throughout the whole user experience, right? Let me tell you a simple thing right now. Traditionally right now, let's say if you go and take an example of a plumbing company, the experience is hey, you call a plumber, or you email them, or you talk them through a live chat, and you talk to them about a problem, and they say, okay, we're gonna send you a plumber. And usually it's all about there's a human interaction involved, right? Because someone has to book in a plumber, someone has to schedule a plumber, you have to tell the problem, and you cannot do it let's say after 8 p.m. at night time, 9 p.m. at night time. So usually what happens that the whole user experience is not very smooth. Imagine you have a website where you go, you can book in a plumber, you can select a time, and plumber shows up at your home, right? That's basically this is all about compassion. Means that you care about your customer and giving them convenience, you care about them. And most of the successful brands who are growing fast have this as their core offering throughout their marketing, throughout their operations, throughout their whole value chain. They are implementing compassion, because if they care about their customers, they genuinely believe in making the whole experience smooth and as easy as possible. Let's take another example, right? Android phone versus Apple phones, right? Apple, it doesn't have a lot of options. It's less options. In Android phone, you can do a lot of more things. You can change user experience, you can change things, right? But having more things doesn't mean that it's actually easy. If you ask anyone out there, they'll be, yeah, you know what? Apple is easy to use. It has less options, but it has been designed so people can get things done faster. It's easier for them. The learning curve is basically lower. And that was all about compassion, because Apple is very much compassionate with its customers and it cares about their user experience. Where Android is all focused on giving people more options which they might love. As I said, today's fastest growing brands are very much compassionate with their potential customers and their current customers, and they're very much dedicated at solving a problem where they want to make sure that the whole user experience is very smooth. So how can you can implement compassion marketing into your marketing processes? I give you a simple example from Geico. What they did that I think Hurricane Charles came in, and what Geico did that right after the hurricane was about to leave the state, they sent an email to their customers and they said, hey, you have been affected by Hurricane Charles. This is the dedicated link where you can basically open up a claim and we will make it super fast, super easy. This is the phone number where you can get hold of us. Just reaching out to the customers and making the process of filing the claim easier is basically an example of compassion marketing. And basically making sure that you care about your customer. All you did that you made the process easier for them. Because if you can make it easier for them, they will be happier. If they are happier, their brand loyalty goes up. And Amazon Prime is the classic example of that, right? Make it easy, make it fast, and the brand loyalty will stay. So Geico, basically practiced that when the Hurricane Charles came in. Netflix did the same thing, right? When there was a disruption because of an hurricane, and this was the old days when Netflix used to mail out DVDs, right? Yes, Netflix had a DVD business, and they reached out to the customers and they say, hey, by the way, we know that the weather systems are bad, the US Postal Service might get affected, so you might not get your DVDs, so we are just letting you know. Again, this is about compassion marketing, where they went out and really thought about what their customers want and what they will be thinking at this moment in time, and what kind of step we can take as a brand to make their lives easier. The easier you're going to make your customers' life, the happier they will be. Their trust in your brand go significantly through the roof. In old days of GM and IBMs and when GE, General Electric, people used to buy brand names. Nowadays, people care about who is making my life easier, which brand out there cares about me, and that's the brand, that's the company, that's the local business.
Thank you so much for joining me today. If you want to listen to previous episodes, go to rapidboostmarketing.com/grow. Again, I'll repeat that, rapidboostmarketing.com/grow. I'll catch you tomorrow bright and early with another business growth lesson. Have a good day. Take care. Bye-bye.